Shalom Israel. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth and who rule well. And a sincere salutations to the house of David. You Akim pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in all truth and all faith and in all sincereness. Risking and putting your lives on the line daily for the names Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. It's Zechariah coming at you with another lesson. Lord's willing, it be edifying.
Remember when? Remember when Vladimir Putin claimed he invaded Ukraine because NATO was getting too big and too strong in his own backyard? How'd that work out? Today, NATO formally invited Sweden and Finland to join its military alliance. The move is a significant blow to Putin himself and boosts NATO's eastern flank. Finland shares an 800-mile border with Russia. The Finns also have a solid military that is trained extensively with American and NATO troops. Today's decision also means that Sweden is ending more than 200 years of military neutrality. Today, the Secretary General of NATO spoke to reporters in Madrid. They asked him whether Ukraine could join NATO next. He said the alliance would offer other types of support.
Allies will continue to provide major military and financial help. Also, it's very clear that allies are prepared for long haul.
The United States is adding an undisclosed number of troops to the 100,000 already stationed in Europe. In Poland, the first permanent forces on the eastern flank, they'll serve as sort of a hub for deployments in the region. New rotating brigades in Romania and the Baltics, and various air defense systems and personnel in Western and Southern Europe. Today, President Biden said the threats are coming from all directions.
树立休戚相关、安危与共的共同体意识，让和平的阳光照亮。国家主席习近平以视频方式。
历史长河，时而风平浪静，时而波涛汹涌，但总会奔涌向前。尽管国际形势风云变幻，但开放发展的历史大势不会变，携手合作、共赢挑战的愿望也不会变。
Нашего объединения будет носить содержательный и результативный характер. И нам считаем актуальной тему сегодняшней встречи – укрепление высококачественного партнерства БРИКС, вступающего в новую эру глобального развития. Сложность и транснациональный характер вызовов и угроз, стоящих перед международным сообществом, требует поиска коллективных ответов при активном участии нашего объединения. Мы не раз говорили, что лишь сообща можно решать такие задачи, как урегулирование конфликтов, борьба с терроризмом, организованной преступностью, включая криминальное использование новых технологий, противодействие изменению климата, распространению опасных инфекций. И, конечно, только на основе честной и взаимовыгодной кооперации можно искать выходы из той кризисной ситуации, которая сложилась в мировой экономике из-за непродуманных, эгоистичных действий отдельных государств, которые, используя финансовые механизмы, по сути, перекладывают на весь мир свои собственные ошибки в макроэкономической политике.
So I have an article here from Newsweek. The title of it reads, Putin's trying to ramp up allies' military capabilities to counter NATO. Okay? And if you don't know what NATO is, NATO just stands for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Okay? And it is a group of 30 countries from Europe and North America that exists basically to protect the people and territory of its members. Okay? And Russia's form of NATO is BRICS. Okay? Which BRICS is just made up of Brazil, China, India, Russia, and South Africa. All right, those are the country or the members of BRICS. Okay, Russia's allies. Okay, so like I said, the article reads that Putin's trying to ramp up allies' military capabilities to counter NATO. Okay, and why is he doing this? Okay, because war is on the horizon. All right, all these nations and countries know that this third world war is going to take place. All right, it's going to happen, and right now, what you're witnessing is all these nations choose sides. Okay, they're choosing which side of the line they're going to be on. Okay, is it team United States, all right, NATO, or is it team Russia, okay, with BRICS? And this third world war is inevitable, okay, because it's biblical prophecy. And as it is written, so shall it be done. This is Revelation chapter 9, verse 12. And it reads, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. Woe meaning destruction. There was World War I, and two more woes is coming after that. We've had World War II, and currently heading towards World War III. And Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3 reads, the Lord Yahweh is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh is his name. Right, the Lord is a man of war, man. The Lord likes a good show. And this third world war is going to be epic, man. Okay, the war of Armageddon is going to be epic. And the Lord is putting all the chess pieces in the right place to have the outcome that he has spoken of. All right. So this is Isaiah chapter 13 in verse 4. All right, straight to the point. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. Right. So the Lord is bringing all these nations, okay, and all these kingdoms to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay. In the Hebrew, Yahweh Shaphat. All right. Over there in that area of Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Syria. Okay. The Lord is mustering all the nations, okay, to bring them over there for war, okay, for judgment. So this is, you know what? Let's get Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. And it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Right, so all these nations are picking sides and preparing for war. Okay, there's no need for plowshares and pruning hooks. Okay, these nations are putting all of their assets towards weaponry. Okay, because the season that we're coming into, that's what's going to be most important to them. All right, so it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. All right, and the reason why the weak is saying, the weak nations are saying that they are strong, okay, because they no longer only have plowshares and pruning hooks to fight with. They have the great equalizer, okay, these ICBMs, okay, these intercontinental ballistic missiles, not knowing that what the Lord has in mind for all these nations are mutually assured destruction. Okay, their weapons aren't going to save them. Okay, America, Babylon the Great, and other areas around the world are going to be destroyed. Okay, by thermonuclear fire. All right, thus saith the Lord. You know, all these weapons that they acquired is meant for their judgment. Okay, so this is Joel chapter 3 and verse 2, and it reads, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is over there in the Middle East by Syria, Saudi Arabia, Iraq. Okay, and will plead with them for my people. Okay, plead meaning to judge. All right, and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right. That's the moral of this lesson, man. These nations are only setting up for the Third World War to receive their judgment. All right. So let's get another precept. This is Zechariah, Salakia. This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. Okay, and bringing these nations over to the Middle East to take part in World War III and to bring a bunch of death, pestilence, destruction. All right, is the Lord rising up to the prey. That's exactly what it is. Okay, because if you remember, matter of fact, let me just get it real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter Salakia. Chapter is it? Okay, chapter 40 and verse 9, and it reads, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge, these things are created for the wicked. All right, so all these calamities, man, are created for the wicked. Okay, for judgment, because we're going to be judged on every idle word that is spoken out of our mouths and everything we've done in these bodies. Okay, and contrary to popular belief, judgment takes place here on earth. All right, so the Lord is bringing these nations over there to starve, to catch a bullet in the head, to get blown up with a grenade. Okay, all out judgment, okay, is going to be taking place in this Third World War. And it's all the Lord's doing, man. It's all the Lord's bidding. Okay. And even Russia, giving their allies upgraded weapons and things of that nature. It's all the Spirit of the Lord working on these Edomites and then on all these other nations to prepare them for the battle. All right, I'm gonna end it with this. This is Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 1, and it reads, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog," all right, which is Russia. Okay, the Lord is causing NATO to poke the bear, all right, to get them angry, to provoke them. Okay, so it says, "Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws." Right, he's gonna turn them back to that old USSR spirit, that old what was it? The old Soviet, uh, the uh, the old Cold War spirit. All right, this is what the Lord is doing. Enough is enough. All right, you push somebody too much. It's only a matter of time before they stand up. So the Lord is putting Russia back into that, ready to fight, ready to get it how he lives. All right, yeah, it was the Cold War, I believe, that USSR Cold War, man, the Soviet Union spirit. That's what Russia is coming in. Okay, so it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right, Russia is going to be bringing all its force, okay, all its military force, land, air, and sea. All right, tanks, missile defense systems, ICBMs. All right, it says Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them, all of them with shields and helmet. Right. Okay, and these are nations that Russia have given aid to. All right, like the Persians is modern day Iran. You know, they're doing deals with Russia, buying those S-400 missile defense systems. I think they're up to the S-500 to 600 now. All right, okay. Russia is helping the weak believe they're strong now. All right, okay. He's helping with that by giving these nations, like I said, missile defense systems, ICBMs, and things of that nature. So it says Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And that's what Russia has been to these other nations, okay, especially in their eyes. When the things that the U.S. won't do for them, Russia will. Russia thinks that they have next. All right, so they're playing extra friendly. So Lord's willing, this was edifying. Shalom, Israel.